Okay, today's video, we are going to talk about do city keywords, are they necessary, and do they make money from your Google Ads / Microsoft / Bing ad campaigns? Keywords like if you're doing pest control and offering a pest control service, should you target pest control Los Angeles, pest control Long Beach, which is a part of the Los Angeles area? Is that going to help you make more money? And the reality is, just to tell you up front, without having to watch any more of the video, that it doesn't really help you do much anymore. It used to be the case. It was a quite significant thing that you should, and if you want to make the most money from Google search ads or Bing search ads, for the most part today, it'll make a little bit of an impact, but not really. The reality is, it's because people search ways that they search using search engines for services or local products or products that they're searching geographically like that. It's not as big as it used to be in terms of people using city terms like that, or city then keyword, and they're searching differently now, i.e. like near me, stuff like that. So I'm going to explain like what is the actual impact of doing this specifically, and what is a much better way to go about targeting these people that are searching geographically, so you can make literally 2 to 3 times more money from your campaigns as it exists today if you want to put a little extra work in on your campaigns. This, by the way, is exactly what we do on every single one of our clients' campaigns to guarantee their results. And I do mean guarantee literally. We don't charge our clients at our PPC management agency unless we can get them more sales results up front. We don't charge until we get the results for you up front. So, and nobody else does that in the entire ad management space. So it should tell you a little bit something about our service, but more so, if we're going to use a strategy, it's going to be worth our time and our clients' time to do it. So I'm going to explain what that strategy is as well, so you can double or triple your results. 99% sure you're not doing this right now. So I'll get right into the content basically here. So back in the day, targeting all these city-based keywords like, pest controls, Los Angeles, or if you're doing, plumbing, plumbers, Los Angeles, whatever, were necessary as there was so many people searching this way. Things have changed in the last 10 years, basically. Doing a recent audit, I found only out of all the searches that people search for a pest control company and a plumbing company and a few other local service companies like that, when I checked into it, looking at the search term data, or in other words, the data that Google shows you of like what people physically typed in before clicking on your ad, and of course what they converted on in terms of what they typed in before they turned into a lead, only 10% of the action we got for those markets had a city name in the front or the back of that keyword. So if you target those city terms, you might be able to get a little bit more clicks out of your market, but realistically, if they use the word Los Angeles with the plumbing keyword and you're targeting plumbing services, your ad's going to show up for that person anyway. So in other words, to just say this again, frankly, if you think you need, for your plumbing service, you need to target plumbing service and then also Los Angeles plumbing service to get the most out of your market and what Google search ads can provide for your company in your market, you're not really going to have much of an impact as there's only 10% of your market only, adding Los Angeles to the keyword like that physically. And then of the people who do add it to your keyword, if you target plumbing services, you're going to have your ad show up for them anyway. Even if you target them with a bracket around the keyword, which is what they call the exact match keyword type, because exact match keywords are not like it used to be where they had to type in the keyword exactly like that or your ad won't show up. Now it's basically, as long as it's close to your keyword, your ad will still show up, i.e. if they use the city name with the keyword, your ad's still going to show up. So in all instances, it's basically a waste of your time to add separate versions of your keyword that have the city name that matches like the service area where you cover. When people are searching for certain cities or certain counties or certain states even where you serve, because it isn't really going to get you anywhere. There's not enough people searching for it, and your ad's going to show up anyway at the end of the day. Local product sellers, by the way, the percentages are actually pretty the same. Like for instance, we had a local elderly care product supply company that sells like those powered wheelchairs and chair lifts where people, chair moves up so people can get out of the chair, stuff like that. Local companies selling those products, people that are looking for those companies locally also didn't use the word like Charlotte or New York with elderly supply care store. They just search for elderly care supply store and they expect Google to show them a local result. Near me type searches have replaced the city name searches, which there's a lot of people using near me and derivatives of near me. And they're doing a way less of adding the city name in there. And people are getting used to adaptive local search results as it's been around for a while now. Because I've been doing online marketing and doing PPC for 20 years. It used to be back in the day that if you didn't add a city name with your keyword, your search results would show up. You had like national companies showing up. And then starting about 10 years ago, they started to have local results. So if you typed in plumbing services, you would get local plumbing services that were, plumbing services in your local area. But, because Google could look at the IP address that you're coming from and see where that IP address is located physically, geographically, and then show you a local set of websites and services that were local to you. So you didn't have to start using the city name in your or as a part of your keyword anymore. Well, people don't know how to use Google per se or what Google's rules are, but slowly over time people started noticing, hey, if I don't use the city name as a part of the keyword, I'll still get local results anyway. And then slowly they just they stopped using the city name as a part of the keyword, except for in rare instances. And where, by the way, they are using the city name, it's to signify that they want somebody from their local part of Los Angeles. They're not typing in Los Angeles plumbing, which they are sometimes, but from what I noticed looking at the search term data, they're typing in like Long Beach plumbing services because they want to know what plumbing services are local to Long Beach. That they serve me, being in Long Beach, and I want a local, or they want a Long Beach plumbing services company because they trust Long Beach plumbing service companies as a whole. So anyway, that's the reason why it's not an issue as well. And then along with that, if the search has the keyword, if the user types in the keyword that you're targeting and uses a city name with it, it does convert better than, so Los Angeles plumbing services converts better than plumbing services as a whole. It actually converts about twice as much. So it's a really great converting keyword, even though not many people use that anymore. They're not going to search LA plumbing services anymore for what I just said. But plumbing services near me converts twice as good, roughly speaking, than plumbing services by itself as well. So if you have a smaller budget starting out, you should target all the near me keywords and the like, as well as the keywords where they're typing in a city name with the keyword, because you will actually get more, twice the conversion rate, roughly speaking, than any other keyword that doesn't have the city name or near me or something similar to that in the keyword, indicating that they're a little bit more serious. And then when you can't get any more out of that, you're ready to expand, you can go after the keywords where they don't use near me or don't use a city name and get that, which if your landing page is set up right and you know what you're doing there's no reason why those other keywords where they don't use a city name or don't use near me can't be profitable for you as well. So with all that said, now getting to the part, like I said, where you can double or triple your results, even though the city, having keywords with the city name in it each time and those variants in there isn't really going to help you out anymore. What we do every single campaign we work on, because we want to get guaranteed results for the client to get paid, because we have to get results for the client in order to get paid, we will actually have separate campaigns for each part of the target area that our client is in. So if that client will typically have like a 30-mile radius around their office that they call their service area that they'll want customers from Google Ads. So let's say you're targeting LA, what we'll do, if they're targeting like Los Angeles County as a whole, or the Los Angeles metro area as a whole, if you want to say that, we'll find all the cities within the Los Angeles metro area that are over 50,000 in population, and then we'll create separate campaigns for each one of those individual cities over 50K in population, so that we can have an ad that says what we do, but also the city name that matches that area, as well as have a landing page that we can take them to that's custom for that area, as well as a local phone number sometimes if it's relevant for that area, so that our page, so that that person searching in that area will convert at 2-3 times the rate than if we didn't have that. So in other words, if they're from Long Beach being a bigger city within the LA area, if they just see, and they're searching for plumbing services, and they just type in plumbing services, and we have an ad that says plumbing services in it, or plumbing services Los Angeles, and then they click on that ad, we take them to a landing page that says plumbing services Los Angeles. That model of doing PPC right there won't convert at half or even a third of the rate than being able to have an ad show up for them that says plumbing services Long Beach, given that they're in Long Beach, and then taking them to a dedicated landing page that says plumbing services Long Beach, and also has a phone number that has a local area code to Long Beach, so they also know that we're local to Long Beach and we're not just messing around, saying that we're from Long Beach, but like proving it through the area code. You'll make 2 to 3 times as much money from the same exact opportunities available to and through Google Ads for your market. That's all you got to do. Now, I know I say that's all you got to do. It's actually quite a bit of work, at least up front, to get this set up. But the good thing is you get it set up, it's done. You're making 2 to 3 times as much money forever for the next 5-10 years you run this campaign. So, with that, instead of making $1 million a year, now you're making $3 million a year, because with 100 hours worth of data entry work up front to set this model up for your company. And obviously, for the cities that are under 50K in population, what I do there is just simply have, in the LA example, I'll just have it say plumbing services Los Angeles. Because if you start setting up campaigns for every single city, where does it stop, for one? And two, there's so few people searching from a town within LA that has 10,000 people that effectively you'll be setting up campaigns for somebody who's only searching, for somebody that's going to click on your ads 5 times a month. So, the benefit, it just comes down to a cost-benefit analysis. Yes, I could create a campaign for every single city, all the way down to the smallest of the smallest cities within that metro area that we're targeting. But 80% of the results will come from just having separate dedicated campaigns for any city over 50K in population. And we're satisfied with that enough. To tell you the truth, if money was no object, and if it were my business, I would actually set up campaigns for every single city down to 5,000 population. But our client's only going to pay us so much for so much results. Our model is, let's get where's the 80% of results? Let's milk that for all it's worth. And the extra 20%, we'll leave that alone, given the client is only going to pay us so much to get results for them. And they're satisfied getting the 80%, and the other 20% I'm not going to get. But if it's my business, with all as much work as I got to do to make money in other parts of my business to make things more efficient, and with me setting up a campaign one time and milking it for the next 5 years, I'm going to set up campaigns for even the smaller cities in my area as well. So that's what you have. And then fundamentally, if you're targeting a even wider area and targeting multiple cities, then you just do what I mentioned. That you have these catch-all campaigns. So either they're in a city that's a bigger city and they see their exact city name in the ad and the landing page and through the phone number, or they see whatever city's closest to them that is the major city in that area, or the county. Sometimes we'll have the county name show up if there's no bigger city. So like, because sometimes the clients that we have is targeting, it's not in a big major metropolitan area. So if they're in a town with over 50K population, we'll say that town in the ad and the landing page and so forth. But if they're not in a town with over 50K in population, it'll say like Harrisburg County plumbing services. And then that gets across to the user. We cover their area, because ultimately why this works and it makes you 2 to 3 times as much money is because they want to know, do you cover their area before they click? If you're the only one out of the 4 ads in the top of Google that says Harrisburg County, and the other ads just says, like New Jersey plumbing services, what are you going to click on? Given every person wants to know, can you do it? You cover their area, can they trust you? You're the only person who makes it riskless for the user to know if they click on your ad that you can serve them. Well, of course, all the other ads seem the same. This one makes it a little bit less risk for me in terms of less risky that I'm going to waste my time clicking on this ad. Why don't I click on this ad? Because a lot of times people won't even put the city name that the user's in the landing page. So then they literally got to call you to find out if you cover their area or not. That's what the risk is. They're wasting 5 minutes of their time potentially. They don't want to waste that 5 minutes. You telling them up front in the ad that you cover their city, they will really, really appreciate that. And they reward you by double the click-through rate as you had before. The fact that they double the click-through rate means you get twice as many clicks. Twice as much click-through is going to make sure you pay 40% or so less per click, which is where you're going to be able to triple your money. Not to mention that your landing page is going to convert it at another 50% higher, because that's just how it works when you also make it, not just by saying it in your ad, but following it up on your landing page so they know you weren't just bullshitting them on your ad. You're going to make it 3 times as much money from the same exact available opportunities in your market that you serve. And sometimes if it's like a national company or regional company, we'll have the state name in the ad and landing page. Sometimes you got to do that. But, you get the general gist. It's the same exact system and idea here. So anyway, that's your magic method. One of my personal secrets of how to get guaranteed results on a campaign, and what you should instead focus on, instead of having all the keywords and all the city name variants with your keywords, so, that you don't hypothetically lose any people because you don't have the city name that they could type in before and after your keyword. And given that if you target LA, there's technically 50 different cities within LA, and then you got to put all 50 cities before and after the keywords that you already have to make sure you don't miss any city-based keywords. Instead of doing that, which is going to get you little to no additional performance gains, do what I told you here, doing your city-based campaigns. So you can have dedicated ads that say the city name and then a page you can take them to that has that city name, and you'll make for sure double, probably triple as much money itself in your market than what you could make before. Sometimes it's actually over triple what you can make. So if you're making $1 million, so if you were making $1 million a year now or before, you'll make $3 million just by instituting this one method. That always works. It always works because your competition's too lazy to do it. Even if they see my video, they're not going to do it because they think it's going to take too much time, and they don't believe when I say it triples your results, which I got campaign upon campaign. I could show you proof that it works. If you contact my company, we were skeptical at all about it. But the consumer habits are not going to change. Google makes changes, people are still going to want to know that you're local and that you cover their area before they even click on your ad, before they even get to contact you from your landing page. And that's not going to ever change. You help the user out, they're going to help you out. You help the user out, Google is going to help you out, because Google wants people to click on ads in the future, and they are trying to push the most the people that gives the user the best experience. And that gives the user the best experience every time. And given that your competition's not doing it, if everybody did it, it wouldn't give them a better experience. It would just give them the same experience. But people aren't doing it. So anyway, gave you one of my best secrets on how to make Google ads work better for local / geographic related campaigns. You like my video here? I have a ton of other content on this channel about how to make money, big money, with your ads using Google ads, Facebook ads, and so forth. It's the best information you're going to find on YouTube or on the web, as it's coming from an ad expert who manages dozens of ad accounts on an ongoing basis for clients that I have here at my agency. I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm working 40 hours a week plus just managing campaigns and seeing what works in today's environment, and I'm giving it to you here on this channel. And we guarantee results for our clients. So we're basically giving you guaranteed methods as a byproduct of that, of how to make money with your ads in a guaranteed way. So you should subscribe. And furthermore, if you like this channel, you should, by the way, check out my blog at guaranteedppc.com/blog, where you can find other information from myself in a written format on how to make money in a guaranteed way for your own business using online ad campaigns. If you liked the video and you found it was I provided a lot of value to you, you should consider giving it a thumbs up / like, as it would really help me out, get the video out there. I really appreciate you doing that for me. If you have any questions about anything I covered today, leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a comment on this channel, usually within a couple days. And I answer any questions about any other ad-related topics. If you have one off-the-wall question, burning question you'd like to ask, I'd love to be able to help you out. Just leave me a comment, and with the question, whatever you have, and I'll try to answer it for you. Beyond that, as a last thing to mention here, if you're looking for not just somebody good or even great, but the best ad manager you could possibly hire to get you fantastic results with the ad campaigns you're trying to run for your business, reach out to my firm at guaranteedppc.com. We provide guaranteed results on your campaign. If we don't get you more sales results on your campaign, you pay nothing. You can actually pay us nothing at all until you get those results. It's our signature service. We don't work with just anybody, but if you have a great product or service, I'd love to be able to help you get the results you're looking for from somebody who isn't, that knows what they're doing in the first place, we'll just say. So, I'd love to hear from you. And if you reach out and we can't work together, I'll still give you a strategy session to let you know what I would do anyway, and that comes free. So you can't lose with that. If you actually are in a market, by the way, that we've gotten results in your market already, you can reach out, and instead of just an ad management service, which is our bread and butter, we take the reins on your campaign, we fully manage it for you. If you just want to know what works in your market, and we've worked in your market already, you can actually do what we've done with a lot of people at this stage, which is sell the campaign templates that work for your market. If you're a plumber, for instance, we got campaign templates in that market. You can copy and paste the campaigns that we have that work in that market into your account and get the results we've got in that market for yourself without doing all the hard work and the stuff I mentioned on this channel that it takes to get great results. We've already done all the hard work for you. We give you the landing page templates, we give you the whole thing. All you got to do is just let us know. For a few $1,000s, we'll sell you the entire template that works for that market and tell you what the results you're going to get up front with your campaigns would be. So as far as the value you're getting from that, millions of dollars in profitable sales down the road for a few $1,000s investment up front, giving you how to do that work up front anyway to find out what we found out over the first few years, building a campaign up for your market. It'd be really, we'll just say, idiotic to not just take us up on our offer. So anyway, reach out to me if you're curious about that, see if we've worked in your market and can do that for you. But I'll wrap it up with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, you saw a lot of value from it, and I hope to see you in my next video where we have another outstanding strategy for you to be able to use, make money with your ads. See you later.